Brockman had this attitude. I don't know if the best team's going to win. I'm like, well, it's a tournament. Like, don't we almost ensure that the best team wins because they beat the other best teams?
Do we worry about that in the NFL?
And therefore a tournament. And that's what I said. You never look at the Super Bowl and go, oh, I don't know that the best team actually got through.
Yes, and my point is that the Super Bowl has never, ever been AFC winner, NFC 1 seed, AFC 1 seed.
But does it have to be?
Yes, but college football has always been 1-2. Boom, you play for the title, that's it.
We often debate who 1 and 2 should be, usually 2, who they should be. I guess my question is, do coaches view it differently this year? Like, is there a different attitude? Oh, my God, we lost, but hey, we're still okay.
I think there is something of, we've seen teams go, hey, we're just going to keep getting better. And I think there is something is knowing you have potentially a little cushion to like snap hook one on the driving range, make you feel a little more comfortable.
Good analogy.
You know, as somebody who's snapped hook more than my share over the driving range. But I think there is something that like probably coaches are a little uncomfortable with because it is such a departure for, I'm not saying NFL head coaches aren't like this, but you have, that always that vibe about college football head coaches were like they were the small town sheriff.
Yeah.
And they were like all wound up on everything. And now all of a sudden, you have NIL. They don't have as much control as they had before, or anywhere near as much control as they used to have. And now you have this other thing dynamic with the playoff. And I don't know if anybody has a great answer for that yet, right? Like you got Georgia, who is, with Ohio State, the two most talented teams in the country. They have a really bad first half against Alabama, end up losing on the road. Their schedule is really tough. They've had a bunch of off-field issues, including this week with one of their better receivers. I'm not saying the program's out of control. I'm just saying like they have a bunch of other tough games. I still think they're a playoff team, but I think, the dynamic would probably feel differently. They may be able to afford another loss and still go, 10-2, possibly 11-2 if they win the SEC title game, if they get in it. But I think there's just a different feel to it, right? In terms of like, do you have a cushion? Do you not? Like Notre Dame lost to NIU. That would have been, because it was a 4-team playoff, hey, you're done. You're done. You can't afford that. They might be able to afford it now. I don't think they can afford anything else. I mean, I think after that loss, if you lose to somebody else and your schedule is not great, and Florida State stinks this year, who's on their schedule. And again, I just think that that's indicative of you have a lot of different people who have a lot of different realities right now. Yeah,
like in the NFL, let's say the Chiefs win. You don't hear Bengal fans going, you know what, we beat them in September. We deserve to be the... No, you're not. They won, right? And in college football, you do have that sometimes. But to me, hey, if they make it through the playoff and they win, then they win. Like, it's fair. For once, at least my opinion.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.